Hello, everyone. Welcome to my masterclass on boosting immunity. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Lori Moody. I've been working as a health coach for over 7 years, almost 7 years. And I have 20 years experience as a fitness instructor and massage therapy. I have worked with thousands of clients all over the world. We've had transformations like you can't believe, reversal of type 2 diabetes, weight loss, getting off medications, so much amazing transformations. And I am happy to share everything that I've learned with you so that you can go into this fall season super, super healthy and not get sick. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay, so why is it important to have a strong immune system? Well, you know that when the kids go back to school, they are spreading germs, right? They're in close contact with many other children. Often they're in enclosed places. They have this breeding ground for germs, bacteria, and viruses like the common cold and the flu. And if you have a strong immune system, you can help fend those off. Another thing that happens in the fall is that we have a shift in the weather, right? The cooler temperatures, shorter daylight, this change can stress our body and lower our immune function. So during this time, you might notice that you and other people spend a little more time indoors. That just increases the likelihood of germ spreading, and a strong immune system will help you adapt to those environmental changes a little bit more effectively. Fall coincides with the start of the flu season, and schools, as we mentioned, are breeding grounds. One of the things that can happen is not only the kids getting sick, but they're bringing home these viruses, potentially affecting the entire family. Stress, let's talk about stress. The back to school period can be so stressful, both for the kids and the parents. You've got new routines, new workloads, new activities. The stress that you are under weakens the immune system, making it more vulnerable to infection. And how about nutritional deficiencies from the changes in the food that we eat? Sometimes there's different availability of fruits and vegetables, so we end up eating a little less than we did maybe in the summertime. And those key immune boosting nutrients that we're missing, like vitamin C and antioxidants, they can really affect how well we stay healthy, right? So if we can boost up our immune system, that can compensate for those gaps. If adults don't take care of themselves during this fall season, what can happen is a whole host of negative things. You might notice that you're getting sick more often, right? Without proper self-care, you might be getting like frequent colds, the flu, respiratory infections. This can lead to missed work days, reduced productivity, just an overall disruption in your life. It also spreads to other family members or friends, even at causing a little bit more strain, especially if it's running through your household. You might notice that when your immune system is a little weaker due to poor nutrition, you might notice that it takes you longer to heal and recover from things, right? Like sometimes it's a little, that cold or that cough is a little bit longer to linger, causing more fatigue, more discomfort, and worse yet, even bigger health complications. You might even notice this time of year that you have extra stress. There's a little bit of feeling burnt out, right? If it's not managed, that can weaken your immune system as well, creating mental exhaustion and just a feeling of depression or maybe even low level anxiety. If you are someone who has pre-existing conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or cardiovascular disease, you may also notice a worsening of your symptoms. This can result in more doctor visits and maybe even the need for medications, or worse yet, hospitalizations. So it's really important that we pay attention to everything that we can to stay healthy this fall. So let's jump right into it, okay? So I believe that If we could eat healthy, move our bodies, reduce stress, and get good quality sleep, that we can be healthy throughout the fall. I don't want to catch any colds. I'm sure you don't want to experience catching any colds. So wouldn't it be great if we can get through the winter, the fall and winter, without catching a cold? Let's talk about our lines of defense, right? The basics of immunity. So our body has physical barriers, much like if you think of like a wall or a gate, right? These are our skin. This is our tears. This is the mucus and the gooey stuff, in our nose and our throat. These keep harmful stuff out. And I like to think of them as like little soldiers guarding us, and keeping us healthy. Now, the second line of defense is our innate immune system. If something nasty makes it past the first barrier, your innate immune system jumps in. This is your first response team. It acts fast and it doesn't need to recognize the invader to start fighting. White blood cells will eat those invaders. Think of them like hungry Pac-Man gobbling everything that's foreign right up. Like, I know I loved Pac-Man, but I literally picture Pac-Man chomping up all of the foreign invaders. Our third line of defense is our adaptive immune system. Sometimes this system is a little bit trickier and a little bit slower to come into play, but this immune system learns to recognize specific enemies. So even though it's a little slower to respond, it's super, super smart. So it uses something called T cells and B cells to attack the invader directly. And once it defeats the invader, it remembers it for the future. And if it ever comes again, you are going to have a shortened cold, if at all, right? Because your body's going to respond so much faster and stronger. Now, why is the body's first line of defense so important? This basically just prevents us from getting sick. If it works well, you're not going to be sick. You're not going to be taking medications. Without it, we'd be vulnerable to every single germ that we come across. This system also helps you recover from illness by fighting off invaders and keeping your body in balance in case you ever come across those germs again. Okay, now, were any of you told that food is medicine? I know that that's a very common quote, that food is medicine, but what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't medicine? What if you ate healthy and you didn't need medicine? I strongly believe it's the absence of nutrients that get us sick in the first place. So let's think of food as a defense. Think of it as being proactive so you don't need to have medicine. Right? So here are some of the 5 nutrients that are talked about most in the fall season. And the first one is zinc. Zinc is vital for immune response and wound healing. Some of the places you can find zinc are in oysters, beef, chicken, cashews. Even if you consume this within 4 hours at the start of some common cold symptoms, if you're a healthy person, this might reduce the duration of those symptoms. That's pretty cool. How about vitamin D? So many of us are deficient in vitamin D. Vitamin D supports our infection defense. And did you know that 50 to 90% of our vitamin D is absorbed through the skin with the sun? That's incredible. Just get out there and expose 40% of your skin for about 15 to 20 minutes, and you have a good shot of getting a huge amount of vitamin D. You can also get this from beef liver, fatty fish, and eggs. Another big one that's talked about, I know you've all heard it, vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that protects against infections. You can find vitamin C in citrus fruits, strawberries, bell peppers, especially red and chili peppers, broccoli, dark lean leafy vegetables. If you like carrots, you're in luck, because beta carotene is another one. This gets converted to vitamin A in the body, which boosts our immune cells. So green, yellow, and orange leafy vegetables count, carrots, sweet potatoes. Studies indicate that diets high in beta carotene actually have a reduced incidence of cancer too. So that's a little extra bonus. And we can't forget protein. Protein is so important. Protein is not only the building blocks, but it's critical for immune cell function. So regarding immune function, there are studies that indicate protein deficiency can negatively impact the T cell, increasing the risk of infection. So let's make sure that we get our protein as well, right? Some good sources are meat, fish, broccoli, kale, sprouts, chia seeds, beans, nuts. Incorporating these nutrients helps optimize our immune function naturally. So let's break this down in each food group. Fruits. We had a lot of fruits over the summer, so continue eating fruits. Fruits like citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, grapefruits. They're high in vitamin C, which helps build up your immune system. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. These are all rich in antioxidants. They protect our cells from damage. Kiwi, another one of my favorites, packed with vitamin C and other essential nutrients like vitamin K and E. Papaya, I just had a papaya the other day, contains vitamin C as well, folate, digestive enzymes like papain, which have anti-inflammatory effects. So if you have any digestive issues, papaya can be very helpful for that. Pomegranate, full of antioxidants and can help fight inflammation if you'll take the time to get the pomegranate seeds out, right? Let's talk about vegetables. So many people only eat like 2, 3, 4, or 5 vegetables, but I really encourage you to get a variety. You can try broccoli. This is a powerhouse of vitamins A, C, E. You also get fiber, antioxidants. Spinach, one of my favorites, high in vitamin C, loaded with antioxidants. I love to put it in my eggs in the morning. Garlic. Oh my gosh, you can never have enough garlic. It's known for its immune boosting properties, especially the sulfur containing compounds. That can be very helpful. My grandfather used to eat garlic like it was an apple. I remember he just smelled of garlic and I loved it. So I add lots of garlic to many, many dishes. How about sweet potatoes? Sweet potatoes are rich in beta carotene as well. They help your body convert into vitamin A. It's essential for a strong immune system. Bell peppers, one of the richest sources of vitamin C. And then our lean proteins, chicken, you get B6 from chicken. It's important for many chemical reactions in the body. You form new red blood cells with chicken. Turkey, that's a high source of zinc, by the way. It's crucial for immune health, as we already mentioned. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids. So much of our food today is the omega-6. We need more omega-3. So get those fatty fishes like salmon. Eggs are rich in vitamin D. This is critical for immune regulation, as well as beans, lentils, chickpeas. Those are all high in fiber and nutrients that support our overall health and immunity. And I just want to say there are a couple little honorable mentions like dark chocolate and green tea. Just get good quality products. Dark chocolate, get the darkest you can. And let me remind you, and I don't think I need to remind you all a lot because we all kind of know, but we need a reminder every now and then about the worst foods going into the cold and flu season. And that is alcohol, sugar sweetened drinks, fried foods, processed foods. Try to limit these as much as possible, because if you can limit those and ramp up all the good stuff, you're going to go into the fall feeling so good. Now, let's not forget to talk about the importance of water. Staying hydrated is crucial for overall health, especially during the flu season. Water helps keep the mucous membranes in your respiratory tract moist, which, remember, acts as a barrier to trap those viruses and bacteria before they cause illness. Hydration also supports your lymphatic system, which helps flush out toxins and transport immune cells. So get hydration up, move your body. We'll talk more on that. But additionally, that proper hydration aids in regulating your body temperature, maintaining your energy levels, and improving your digestion. So if you have trouble going to the bathroom, make sure you're getting adequate water, okay? All of this is essential for supporting your immune system and getting you up and recovered quickly if you do catch a cold, but also so you don't in the first place. Let's continue with some tips. Okay, so here are some tips for incorporating all these foods. Nutrition is a big part of it, and I believe that is the first step. So let's make sure that we don't have any excuses or leave anything to chance, right? So let's talk about the tips for incorporating these foods into your day. How about batch prepping fruits and veggies? Wash, chop, and store those fruits and veggies in advance. Keep them in the fridge for easy grab and go snacks or to throw into meals. This is not only going to save you time, but it encourages you to eat them more often. So many times my clients will say to me, I don't have time to cook, or I don't have time to do this. If you can do a little bit ahead of time, it can save you so much more on the back end. How about smoothies? My clients love their smoothies. You can toss in berries, spinach, citrus fruits, put anything you want into a blender. You're going to have this awesome nutrient-packed smoothie. You could even add some healthy Greek yogurt or coconut yogurt. If you take a protein powder that's healthy and hopefully not added sugars, you could put that in there for a really filling breakfast or even just a snack. You can even freeze it so it's ready the next morning for a very quick grab and go meal on your way into work. Another thing that my clients love are sheet pan dinners. You can roast lean proteins like chicken or fish with vegetables like sweet potatoes, bell peppers, broccoli. Put that all on a single sheet pan. Toss everything with olive oil and garlic and herbs, salt and pepper, whatever you like. Bake it for 25 to 30 minutes for a fast and nutritious dinner the whole family will love. You can even use frozen fruits and vegetables. If you don't have time to make something from scratch, if you've got a stash of frozen fruits and veggies in your freezer, I do that. I always keep some in there just in case. This can be just as nutritious as the fresh ones, and it's a major, major time saver. You can add frozen spinach to omelets. You can throw frozen berries into yogurt or into your smoothie. You can toss frozen veggies into a stir fry. Make sure you keep a stock in your freezer to avoid running out of healthy options. That way you're not leaving anything to chance. You could also add those immune boosting ingredients to meals like garlic. Remember, you can never have enough garlic. Throw in minced garlic into stir fries, soups, salad dressings. Spinach, that can also be added. You can put that into scrambled eggs. If you have pasta sauces or soups, that makes a wonderful addition. And how about lemon? Take a little squeeze of citrus, whether it's lemon or lime juice. You can do this over your salad, grilled fish, or even into your water for a refreshing boost of vitamin C. Bell peppers, one of my favorites. You can use them as a crunchy snack with hummus, or you can just slice them and put them into your salads or any of your sheet meals. The key is to plan ahead. Planning ahead, especially for snacks if you have children. Prepare snack packs. Put together some foods like pomegranate seeds, kiwi slices, handful of almonds or berries. This makes it so much easier to grab something on the go when you are in a hurry. You could also add beans or lentils to dishes. Toss the beans into a salad, maybe a soup or pasta dishes. To add to fiber, get that fiber content up, add those plant-based proteins, especially if you're not a meat eater. That's going to support your gut health and your immunity. And please start each day with a glass of water. We want to aim for 6 to 8 glasses daily, but if you can start with 1 glass right away in the morning, you're automatically going to set the tone for the day, and it makes it so much easier to stay on track. Now, let's move to the next component of this, which is exercise and movement. This is so important. You don't have to go and do anything hardcore. You don't have to take a hardcore spin class or, do CrossFit or anything like that. Moderate movement is essential for good health. It promotes circulation of the immune cells. It helps the body detect when there's pathogens. It can lower your risk of infections and colds like the common cold and flu. The lymphatic system also supports immune health by removing those toxins and transporting those immune cells. I mentioned this during the water segment, that it really helps to flush things out. The lymphatic system does not have a pump, so you need to move. So anytime I think about the lymphatic system, I already start to like move my body to help stimulate that flow. During the flu season, a healthy lymphatic system will help reduce your illness severity and the duration. So staying hydrated, moving your body, eating well, this is all going to promote lymphatic function and strengthen your body's defenses. Now, how does moderate exercise strengthen your immunity? Specifically, it boosts circulation. So when you move, your blood flow moves, it increases. This allows those immune cells to travel more efficiently throughout the body. This means they can detect and respond to infections more quickly. It also reduces inflammation. It can lower chronic inflammation, which is really harmful to our immune system. So less inflammation means that your immune system can focus on fighting infections rather than dealing with the internal stress. It can also support a healthy gut. Movement promotes gut health by reducing that stress and inflammation, which is key since 70% of our immune system is actually in our gut. Exercise can also help you manage stress. It releases those feel-good hormones like endorphins, which help reduce your stress load. It improves your mental well-being. If you suffer from chronic stress, that can weaken your immune system. So regular movement is a great way to keep that in check. Regulates your immune function. Isn't that amazing how moderate exercise can help keep your immune system balanced? Too little movement weakens it, while over exercising can also overwork your body and can weaken your immune system as well. So let's try to have a healthy balance of moderate exercise. Some of the simple movement practices for all fitness levels is walking. Walking is one of the easiest and most effective forms of moderate exercise, whether it's a short stroll around your neighborhood, if you're taking out the dog for a walk, which I do often, you can explore a nearby park. Maybe you can grab 30 minutes of walking daily. It can do wonders for your immunity. So if you can't do 30 minutes, break it up into smaller segments, like 10 minutes, 3 times a day, if you have a too busy of a lifestyle. If you invite a friend, walking gives you an opportunity to catch up. And instead of meeting, on, a coffee shop, you're doing something healthy by actually moving your body, and you're getting off social media, right? Playing outdoors is another one that can be so helpful, especially if you have children. So if you have kids or grandkids, you got little ones around, just take advantage of playtime, right? Kicking a ball, playing tag, just chasing them around the yard gets your heart rate up and theirs without feeling like it's exercise, right? It's a fun way to stay active. It can help improve your mood, especially if you're doing it with children. Chair exercises can also be really helpful. It's low impact for all abilities, but if you are someone dealing with joint pain or limited mobility, chair exercises are a great option. You can do seated leg raises, arm lifts, arm circles, or even twists in a chair. It's a simple way to keep moving and still get the benefits of exercise. Another thing that you can do is gentle stretching, right? Gentle stretching is fabulous. Gentle stretching, even if you could only do it for like 10 or 15 minutes, maybe you like yoga. Just a few minutes each day helps keep your muscles, joints flexible. Flexibility not only improves your mobility, but also reduces the risk of injury, which becomes even more important as we get older. It helps your body recover from illness. It helps it happen faster. It supports your overall physical health. Simple movements like sun salutations or just some basic stretches for your arms and your legs can keep your body in balance. Another way that you can exercise and you don't even know you're exercising is dancing. This is one of my favorites. This is great for all levels. You don't need to be a professional. Just put on some music. I personally love my Pandora playlist, but just put it on and move around. Dancing is a fun way to raise your heart rate. improve your coordination, and just boost your mood. So whether it's just a few minutes in your living room, or maybe you want to take a dance class, which I've done that too, and that was a lot of fun. Even if you're just dancing in the kitchen, it all counts. Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't mention body weight exercises. If you want to up the intensity just a little bit, try body weight exercises like squats and push-ups. You can do a modified version if you need to, no worries. I do, especially if I'm doing lunges. These exercises can strengthen your muscles, support joint health, enhance your overall physical function, all of which play a role in your immune strength. So if you're just starting out, please remember to start small and then gradually build up, right? And don't forget about short burst workouts. Short burst workouts are really fun, especially if you're short on time because they're higher in intensity. Hop on a bike, pedal like crazy, do some jumping jacks or jogging in place. If you do this for a minute or two every hour, this can be awesome at boosting your circulation. This can give your body an incredible energy boost as well. And if you have a pool available or the weather is appropriate, you could certainly do some swimming or water aerobics. This has been really helpful for all fitness levels because of the water. Just about anybody can get a really good workout without stressing your joints. This is great for just building strength, improving cardiovascular health, and keeping your immune system humming along. Now, here are some simple tips to staying active, because that sounds well and good, but you have to make sure you're going to do it, right? Set reminders. Use a timer or a phone alarm to remind yourself to stand up and move every hour, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I like to tell my clients to give yourself a movement snack. Just like we have food snacks, we have movement snacks. So every hour, do something for like 30 to 60 seconds. Maybe if you can incorporate this movement into your routine, it will stick, right? Parking farther from the stores. If you're already going shopping, just park a little farther. You're already there. You're already doing something. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, or walk to nearby errands, right? If you work in an office, maybe you go talk to a coworker instead of actually, sending them an email. One of the things that I like to do is when I brush my teeth, I stand on one foot. So it strengthens that one foot. And I make sure I switch often, but it strengthens that leg and it also helps my balance and coordination. So it's something I'm already doing anyway, right? We're all brushing our teeth, stand on one foot. It's a great way to include that in your routine. Make it fun. Choose activities you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, you're going to continue to do it. If you don't enjoy it, you'll find an excuse not to, right? So whether it's playing with the kids, gardening, dancing in the kitchen, whatever is fun for you, do that. You're more likely to stick with it because it's just fun and it makes you smile, right? Use your environment. This is another tip. If you're at home and you don't have fitness equipment, use your furniture for exercise. You can do tricep dips off the edge of your couch or step ups. You can do it on a sturdy chair. You can use the wall as a place to do a push-up. You can use a gallon of milk for weights. You can do bicep curls that way. All of this, if you just use your environment, you will notice that you have less and less excuses to exercise. Now, how do you stay consistent? Start small. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of activity most days of the week. You don't have to go all in all at once. Consistency is more important than intensity. Another way to stay consistent is to buddy up. As I mentioned before, find a friend, family member, accountability partner, anyone to help you stay active. It makes movement so much more enjoyable, so much more fun. You're checking two birds, what is that? Killing two birds with a stone, not to talk about killing, but you know what I mean? Like you can catch up with your friend and get exercise at the same time. So that is so much more enjoyable and it keeps you committed. Moderate exercise, it doesn't just make you feel good. It really does keep your immune system strong. It also helps clear your mind. Your body is going to be ready to defend itself from illness. So fitting in small, fun, enjoyable movements can really help you build habits that will support good health going forward. So see what you can do about that. Now let's talk a little bit about sleep. The impact in the of our sleep is huge. The quality of our sleep is huge. Did you know that anybody who gets less than 7 hours a night are 3 times more likely to catch a cold? Crazy, isn't it? On the flip side, though, if you get good sleep, you can actually boost your productivity by 20 to 30%. Who does not want to boost their productivity? I do, for sure. How does it actually weaken your immune system? Well, it reduces your immune cell activity. So when you are sleeping, your body produces immune cells and they fight off infections. But without enough sleep, your body produces fewer of these cells, leaving you more vulnerable to illness. Chronic sleep deprivation can also lead to increased inflammation in the body, which weakens your immune response. Over time, this makes it so much harder to recover from illness and increases your risk of chronic conditions. A lack of sleep also slows your healing. Sleep is the time when your body repairs and regenerates tissues. So if you're not getting enough, the healing process slows down, which can lead to longer recovery times if you do get sick. And a lack of sleep, unfortunately, messes with our hormones. These hormones regulate hunger and stress, both of which can indirectly weaken the immune system. Kids who don't get enough sleep might eat poorly or feel more stress, further compromising their immune health. For kids in school, this can be particularly problematic. They're around a lot of other children, making it easier to pick up those bugs. So with a weak immune system, they're more likely to get sick, miss the school, and struggle with concentration, which I know for young children, you may not be thinking about their academics yet, but it's so important that they feel healthy with adequate sleep. Now, here's some practical tips. This is going to help everyone in the family get better rest. Set a consistent sleep and wake time. Why? Because a regular sleep schedule helps regulate your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm. This makes it easier to fall asleep and to wake up naturally, so you don't need your alarm clock. I haven't used my alarm clock in so long, maybe only if I have to catch a flight. But this is really important for your body to follow along with that circadian rhythm. That's going to keep you in a more deep and restorative sleep. So how do you set a bedtime and wake up time for the whole family? Try to stick within a 30-minute window. Pick a time that's good for your lifestyle and try to keep it within that 30 minutes. Another thing you can do is to create a calming pre-sleep routine. This can really signal to the brain, hey, it's time to wind down. Let's reduce some stress. Let's chill out. Let's get that anxiety gone. That helps us stay awake. We want to get rid of that. So about 30 to 60 minutes before bed, create a relaxing routine. Like kids might like to read a book, take a bath. Maybe you want to read a book and take a bath. Listen to calming music, maybe some meditation. Try to avoid stimulating activities if you can, like watching TV or playing games. That can interfere with our melatonin production. So try to not do those things that are stimulating. The third one is to limit screen time before bed, which we just kind of spoke about. The blue light from phones, tablets, TVs, they trick the brain into thinking it's still daylight. So delaying that release of melatonin, that's your sleep hormone. So try to set a rule that the screens are off at least 30 minutes before bed. Use this time to do quiet activities like reading, talking about the day. If you have to use a screen, consider using blue light filters or apps that reduce that blue light in the evening. I have a set of glasses that I use and I keep them right by the side of my bed. The fourth thing that you can do is to set up a sleep-friendly environment. A comfortable and relaxing environment is key to quality sleep. Light, noise, temperature, this all impacts how well we sleep. Try to use blackout curtains to block out the light. Aim for a bedroom temperature around 65 degrees. I admit this is a little challenging for me, but it's ideal for sleep. White noise, they make machines now for white noise. I didn't know that until I had grandchildren, but this can block out background sounds if you need that. You could also use a fan. That can be very helpful to block out some noise. And if you have some physical activity during the day, you're going to be more tired. So kids who are active during the day, they sleep better at night, right? And so do we. So physical activity helps regulate those sleep patterns. It burns off excess energy. So make sure that you're going out and getting that moderate exercise. Encourage outdoor play, especially after school. Maybe go for family walks, maybe a quick game of tag before dinner. Just avoid any vigorous exercise right before bed, as that can be a little bit too stimulating. One of the other things that's super important is limiting your caffeine and sugar in the evenings. Caffeine and sugar can keep the body and brain wired long after consuming them, so it makes it harder for you to fall asleep. Try to have those snacks or beverages at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime, especially for kids. And avoid large meals for many of the same reasons, because our body needs to heal while we're sleeping. If you eat meals close to bedtime, that can cause discomfort, make it harder to fall asleep, and your body's too busy digesting. It doesn't have time to repair because you've given it the duty of digesting food. One of the other things you can do is create relaxation techniques. Calming the body and the mind before sleep can reduce stress and just promote a sense of peace. You can do meditations if you'd like. There are even some guided meditations for children that are really, really short. You can focus on apps if you don't know how to do that yourself. You can focus on breathing, which if you don't like to meditate, just doing a 5-5-5 breath for breathing exercises can really help relax your nervous system and prepare that body for sleep. Now, the last one is keeping bedtime positive and cozy, right? We don't want it to seem like a punishment for kids. We want them to want to go to bed. So creating a positive sleep association will help kids and adults actually look forward to bedtime rather than dreading it. Allow kids to choose their favorite comfy pajamas or maybe a stuffed animal. Adults can focus on making the bed really pretty and cozy with good pillows, soft sheets, and a comfortable mattress. Establishing a consistent sleep routine can make the whole family feel like they have a boost of immune health, right? Well-rested bodies are better equipped to fight off those infections, and well-rested minds perform better in school, work, and in life. Who has had their schedule get 10 times busier in the last month? With the holidays coming, does it get less or does it increase? Most of us would probably say that stress plays a huge role in our lives this time of year. It is a massive contributor to weakening the immune function. So how can we incorporate stressful, or I should say less stressful exercises that get us into that calm mood? Well, some of the tips you can do is mindful breathing. This is one of the most powerful tools that you can do. And I do this with my clients so much. It's called a 5-5-5 breath. If you know of it, you may have another one. When I taught fitness classes, we breathed for 4, 7, and 7. So it could be anything you want. It's whatever feels good to you. But what you do is you breathe in for 5 counts or whatever number you choose. You hold that breath at the top for 5 counts, and then you breathe out for 5 counts. Try doing that 5 times. This is incredible. Use this anytime you feel overwhelmed, like if you're getting ready for work in the morning, if you're driving in the car, if you're stuck in traffic, if you're doing homework, or if you're trying to relax before bed. I love to do it first thing in the morning, and it's the last thing I do at night. And I also do it when I'm driving in the car, especially when I'm at an intersection, at a stoplight. Another thing you can do to stay mindful and relax is take a short walk outdoors. Nature is wonderful for lowering our stress levels. It improves our mood. It gives our immune system a boost. Walking gets blood flowing, promotes relaxation, helps you clear your mind, right? Nature has this added benefit of just reducing our anxiety. It promotes a sense of calm. If you can take a 10 or 15-minute walk after dinner or on the weekends, walk to a nearby park, around your neighborhood, or even just down up and down your street, right? Walking to and from school if you're able to, even part of the way can be a great way to help you de-stress after the school day. Use after school or work to decompress. Think of things that you can do that can bring calm to your day. During breaks, I like to go during breaks. I'm often on the computer. So during breaks, I will take my dog for a walk. This is so helpful. It helps me recharge and clear my mind. Another thing that you can do to be more rested and less stress is just having fun and laughing, right? Laughter and fun are natural stress reducers. When we're having fun, our body releases those endorphins, those feel-good hormones like oxytocin that naturally lowers our stress and boosts our immune system. So set aside one evening a week for a family game night. Maybe play some board games or card games. Get everyone laughing and bonding. Play with your pets, children, grandchildren. Engage in fun, low pressure activities like painting, drawing, or crafting together. I love to do crafts. These allow both kids and adults to express themselves, to unwind, put on some music, have a little dance off in the living room. All of this can be so helpful to create that calm nature in you. Another thing you can do is mindful activities. Mindfulness helps you stay present and focused, reducing the feelings of stress and anxiety, especially helpful for kids who might feel overwhelmed by school and social pressures. This can also be very helpful for adults who are trying to manage work and life, right? Try a simple gratitude practice. Practice where each member shares one thing that they're grateful for, maybe before dinner or before bed. I actually have like a little journal that I have by my bedside table that I like to use to practice some mindfulness things like gratitude. Another thing that you can do is gentle movement and stretching. We talked about this during the movement segment, but stretching and yoga or even just light exercise can help reduce muscle tension. It improves your circulation and it calms the mind, which is so powerful. So make it a little easier to handle stressful situations and support your overall well-being by adding a little bit of exercise, stretching, and gentle movements. Try touching your toes, side stretches, or seated stretches that get the blood flowing, right? Adults can do this. You could take a yoga class or do it on YouTube. You can even stretch while you're at your desk to reduce stress. Kids, you can have fun little movement breaks like our snack breaks, right? Movement breaks, just like pretending to be animals, jump around like a frog, stretch like a cat, or fly like a bird. These playful stretches can be both fun and calming for children. Use this especially after periods of sitting, right? Or if they have a long commute and they're in the car, or they've got homework, they need those homework breaks before bed. So use these suggestions and see if it helps your child become more relaxed. Okay, the next one, create a wind down routine in the evening. This can reduce your stress, help the body prepare for restful sleep. Sleep is essential for immune strength, so reducing stress before bed really sets the stage for healing and recovery. We talked about shutting off our screens ahead of time, creating a nice atmosphere. Make sure that you're doing this to reduce those stress. You could even put on some relaxing music. Kids, you can help them set up a routine by brushing their teeth, putting on those comfy pajamas, doing an active or a listening exercise. You can do storytelling, mindful breathing. I actually helped my grandchildren. I taught them how to do the 5-5-5 breath. So when they feel overwhelmed, they have that tool to use. Another way is reducing stress by trying to not feel rushed, right? Feeling rushed or disorganized can be a huge source of stress for families. Simple time management practices can help you reduce that rushed feeling, leaving more space for calm and connection. Plan the week out in advance. Know what you have. You know where your busy days are. Make sure everyone knows the schedule. Use a family calendar. Keep track of school events, work schedules, and activities on there. Set out your clothes, pack lunches, and organize backpacks the night before to avoid that morning chaos, right? Getting organized helps reduce stress and sets a calm tone for the day. Before bed, take that 10 to 15 minutes to plan the next day, talk about it with your children, set up the conditions for success. And then lastly, one last thing you can do is you can try a short guided meditation. This can help reduce stress by focusing on calming the mindset. Even short ones can have a big impact. So if you're not one for mind, for like meditation and really doing that kind of mind work, just simply give yourself 1 or 2 sentences. Just sit where it's quiet. Give yourself 1 or 2 sentences that you can reflect on your day. Or if you're doing it in the morning, you can think, what am I looking forward to this day? There's some apps that you can use like Calm or Headspace. There's even kid-friendly videos if you go onto YouTube and look for those. But these can be so very helpful in reducing your stress load. So keeping the immune system strong is really the key to good health. While no one can guarantee that you will never get sick, a properly functioning immune system might just lessen that severity of the illness should you catch a cold or the flu. Remember to try eating a variety of healthy foods, move your body, get good quality sleep, and try to reduce your stress as much as possible. Your body will definitely thank you. And I thank you for joining me in this immune boosting masterclass. I hope that you have found the tips helpful. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on social media or email, whatever is the easiest way for you. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. Thanks again and have a happy fall, everyone.